Poverty has been an important subject matter that has been throughout our society continuously. With poverty, people have a low socioeconomic status that may affect difficult time meeting their basic needs. Poverty in the educational system may have a negative effect on people and families on developing and achieving success. Some of the factors that poverty addresses are employment, food insecurity, weakening of families, decrease of mobility, and it's harmful for everyone. Starting with the employment here in Texas has simply diminished. According to SLAC, the percentages of the working age population that is employed is negatively associated with poverty. This stands to reason since employment tends to be the strategy by which most non-wealthy Americans earn a living. In Texas, not a lot of parents have the proper education, so they must work twice as hard to get a job and earn money. SLAC states, suggestive of the fact that rural women receive lower labor market returns for their human capital and occupation compared to their urban counterparts and face more restricted employment opportunities. Mothers that are looking for a job don't receive the same opportunities as men. Since they are females, there are a lot more restrictions to obtain a job. Even though employment is one of the factors of poverty, it isn't the only one. Food insecurities is another concern that families face with poverty. School districts provide free breakfast and lunch for students who attend all campuses. Although there is a pandemic still going on, the food is still being provided for the low socioeconomic students through curbside pickup. The schools have adapted to the situation and are still able to help the families by providing them free food. Despite that, Anderson states two effective federal programs that have survived the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, previously known as food stamps, and the Earned Income Tax Credit. The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program will help families save money and buy foods at the supermarket. It is helpful for many parents that don't work or have any money for food. It is beneficial for the families who are in poverty to receive what is provided by the government. The weakening of families may happen depending on what socioeconomic status you are in. According to Anderson, more than 95 million Americans are either in poverty or considered low income using the official poverty measure. Researchers know how many Americans are in poverty, and that gives us a good estimate on how children are affected. In the educational system, not all students have the same resources as others. For example, a cell phone, a computer, or even internet at home may not be available for low socioeconomic students. Now that we are going through a pandemic, students had to stay at home and start school virtually. Most schools provided students with a Chromebook and a hotspot to be able to attend classes from home. These resources aided the families and those in need. Many students don't have any cars or transportation to go to school. Students come from Mexico and must walk from the bridge to the nearest school that they attend. There are city buses and school buses that can pick them up and drop them off safely to their destination. According to the National Household Travel Survey, households in poverty have lower vehicle ownership rates, which has led to an increased use of alternative modes of transportation and higher vehicle occupancy. As you can see, lower income families that don't have a vehicle are able to use the buses to get to their destination. The students are also able to use the school bus as their transportation to get to school. Overall, poverty has been a main factor to our society. It does not only have one component to this theme, but several. In that case, we're able to see that employment, food insecurities, weakening of families, decrease of mobility was harmful to everyone. Poverty will always be around unless we stop it by helping the community and spreading awareness of those in need.